Hello friends, welcome to my channel Textile Gyan. I am Prakash Kude, Assistant Professor in Emil Textile Engineering College, Birwada. Today we'll basically talk about the texturizing. So in last video, we are talk about the twist texturizing process. So today we'll discuss about the crimping method. So in crimping, uh, it is second term we can normally talk about the texturizing. So in order for the staple fiber to spun into yarns, they must have the waviness or crimpiness or similar to that of your wool. So this crimp may be introduced mechanically by passing this filament between the gears like rollers, or it can be produced chemically by controlling the coagulation of your filament in order to create the fiber having the asymmetric cross sections, that is with one-sided thick skin and almost smooth, and other side is your thin skin and almost serrated. So how this crimpiness can be introduced, that could be your one by your mechanically by passing the filament between the gears or rollers, or second is your by chemically by controlling your coagulation of your filament in order to create the fiber having the asymmetric cross section, which has been at one side we have the thick skin and smooth surface, and in other side we have the thin skin and the almost serrated surface. When wet yarn is there, such fibers swells to the fiber extends on the thin skin side than the thick skin side, causing the tendency to the curls. A similar effect can be produced for the bicomponent fibers. So these fibers are spun from different types of the polymers, which are extruded through the tiny holes set by side in case of the bicomponent fibers in such a way that the two filaments join as they coagulate. So in case of the bicomponent, we have the two sets of the types of the polymers which are extruded from the side by side of in this your holes or spindle, and then at the after the coagulant has been coming out, they are joined together. When this filament is drawn, these two polymer are extend to a different degree and producing the helical crimp when strain is relaxed. So in this case, when the filament has been drawn, this drawing of this filament, the extension of this filament has been taken place at different degree, and that will gives the ultimately producing the helical crimp when the strain has been relaxed. So one of the popular texturizing process is your fall twist texturizing. So in this technique, the twist has been inserted in heated multifilament yarn which is running at high speed, and the yarn is cooled in highly twisted test state so that the twist geometry is set and the yarn is untwisted. The untwisted filament that is highly having the convolution, allowing the production of texturized yarn of much greater volume than the yarn would be in untexturized state. The fall twist texturize is usually combined with the drawing process. As we know that in partially oriented yarn, nylon, which could be partially oriented nylon or polyester, which can be spun at extremely higher rate and which are already partially crystallized, are both drawn and texturized in this way. Like mainly the most popular method is your fall twist texturizing methods. So in this basically we apply the twist has been inserted into your heated multifilament yarn which is running at high speed. Then the cooling of that high twisted filament yarn has been taken place. After the cooling has been taken place, the filament has been, this twist geometry has been set, and then yarn untwisting has been happen. That will allow the production of your fall twist texturized yarns which having the greater volume, and at the same time the bulkiness and crimpiness is much more in these yarns. So now you see the gear crimping method. In this, as I already said that in gear crimping method, the intermeshing gears introduce the two-dimensional to the crimp two-dimensional crimp to the filament. So here the filament is passed through these two revolving gears which are revolving in opposite to each other, or which having the direction opposite to each other, and that will ultimately apply this crimpiness into the filament yarns, and then heat has been applied to this filament to be permanently set into the crimped filament stage. I'll see the fall twist coiling methods. So it is one of the most popular method to produce the high stretch yarns. In fall twist coiling or fall twist texturizing method, yarn bundle is twisted. If you see here, the bundle has been twisted in between your feed roller and delivery roller, and after that it has been untwisted in one of the continuous operations. The first, it has been twisted in between your feed roller and fall twist device, and it has been untwisted between your fall twist device and delivery roller. A heat set coil within each filament results. The yarn itself has the known twist. That's why the name has been given as the fall twist. The fall twist coiling can be done by the following operations. How this has been happened, we can see. In first, the yarn has been supplied from your supply package, is then fed to the feeding arrangement to the heating set. From the feeding arrangement to the heating set, then it has been entered into the fall twist mechanism for the twisting. Like here you can see this, the twist has been there. After the yarn emerging from your fall twist mechanism, it has been untwisted and forwarded to the delivery roller or take-up roller. After that, the feed yarns has little or no twist. The yarn between this A and B has the fall twist, and the yarn leaving from B has some twist as a input. If heat has been applied in this zone, that is A to X, and the yarn is cooled between the zone A to X to B, the yarn is approaching to the B will be heat set in the twisted conditions. Then the filament is relaxed, and uneven contraction of the filament has causes them to be rearrange themselves laterally, and in between zone C and D, the heat has been applied for the latent coil of can be developed to produce the bulk yarns in one continuous process. So initially the flat yarn which is feed to the input channel to the feeding roller, and after feeding roller the heat has been applied to the filament, and during this period in between your feed roller and fall twist device, the twist has been given with the help of your fall twist device, and during this period in between this zone A to X, the heat has been applied. After heat has been applied, the cooling has been also done in between X to B for the filament to be set in these positions. After the fall twist has been there, it has been set into these positions. Untwisting of your filament has been taken place in between your fall twist device to the delivery roller, where the untwisted filament has been there, and from this we'll get the texturized yarns which has the crimpiness, coiliness in the filament. So thank you so much, students. I hope you understood this fall twist coiling method and gear crimping method. So till that, stay tuned to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also like, share and comment on this video.